Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayehi b'chatzi halayla Adonai hikachol bechor be'eretz Mitzrayim מבכור פרעה היושב על כיסו עד בכור השבי אשר בבית הבור בכל בכור בהמה ויקום פרעה לילה ובכל עבודה בכל מצרים ותהי צעקה גדולה במצרים כי אין בית אשר אין שם מי ויקרא למשה ולאהרון לילה ויאמר קומו צאו מתוך עמי גם אתם גם בני ישראל ולכו עבדו את אדוני כדברכם גם כדברכם גם צאנכם גם בקרכם קחו כאשר דיברתם ולכו וברכתם גם אותי.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam natav tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ya'amdu Moshe Aaron ben Zev ve'et bat Margarita Sona bat Osher v'shil la'aliyah harit. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Okay, then. She's not coming though. Okay, fine.
Amen. ותחזק מצרים על העם למהר לשלחם מן הארץ כי אמרו כולנו מתים ויישא העם את בצקו טרם יחמץ משערותם צורות ושמלותם על שכמם ובני ישראל עשו כדבר משה וישאלו ממצרים כלי כסף וכלי זהב ושמלות ואדוני נתן אתכן העם בעיני מצרים וישפילום וינצלו את מצרים.
Before we have a fifth aliyah, which is found in our little booklets on page 2, in the middle of the page, the fifth aliyah. Again, I want to extend for all of us a warm shalom to welcome the Grays back to Philadelphia. Again, I think many people, are aware that they spend their winters and part of the other part of the year in Arizona, in Tucson, Arizona. They have children here really in the Philadelphia area and grandchildren that draws them back really to Philadelphia. Ron and Margot are very active members of the large conservative congregation in Tucson. Ron is a former president, and we want to thank you for bringing Arizona's weather to Philadelphia, because it's been really a cold spring, but now things have warmed up. So why don't we welcome them back with a little prayer. Evenu
Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem.
Usually the tradition is that you're to spend Pesach in Yerushalayim, but Elkins Park is just as good. So really, it's good to have you really with us. Welcome back, and we'll see you in Minyan and Shabbat morning services. Again, we're up to the fifth Aliyah, page 2 in the middle of the page, please.
Ta'amod,
Michal Sarah,
Bat
Moshe
Moshe
V'chaya.
V'chaya, Ha'aliyah HaChamishit. Way up there.
Baruchu et Adonai Havarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach
Listen, you know,
Le'olam
it's,
Va'ed. Baruch
it is
Atah
what it is.
Adonai
Even
Eloheinu melech
and some of
haolam.
the people
Asher
who are
bachar
here,
banu
they're not
mikol
really- they're
ha'amim
not- they're-
v'natan
they're not live
lanu
either.
et torato.
That's okay.
Baruch Atah Adonai notein
Don't worry.
haTorah.
Amen. Vayisu b'nei Yisrael meRamses Sukkota kshesh meot elef ragli hagvarim levad mitach v'gam erev rav ala itam v'tzon uvakar mikne kaved meod vayofu et habatzei asher hotziu mimitzrayim ugod matzot kilo chametz כי גרשו ממצרים ולא יכלו להתממע וגם צידה לא עשו להם ומשה בני ישראל אשר ישבו במצרים 30 שנה ו400 שנה ויהי מקץ 30 שנה ו400 שנה ויהי בעצם היום הזה יצאו כל צבאות אדוני מארץ מצרים, ליל שימורים הוא לאדוני, להוציאה מארץ מצרים, הוא הלילה הזה לאדוני שימורים, לכל בני ישראל לדורותם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. Number 6. Ta'amod harav noga, Tamar bat harav talmud, v'leah la'aliyah hashishit. Baruch Adonai Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe v'Aharon zon chukat ha'pasach kol ben echar lo yochal bo v'chol eved ish miknat kasef umalta oto az yochal bo tosha v'sachir lo yochal bo בבית אחד יאכל לא תוציא מן הבשר חוצה ועצם לא תשברו בו כל עדת ישראל יעשו אותו. Number 7 should be Ta'amot Tzipora Bat Tzvi Hirsch, La'aliyah Hashmi. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam, Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim, V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Adonai Noten
Amen.
Amen. V'chi yagor itcha ger, ve'asa Pesach l'Adonai, imo lo kol zachar, ve'az yikrav la'asoto, ve'haya ke'ezrach ha'aretz, v'chol arel lo yochal bo, Torah achat yihyeh la'ezrach v'lager, hagar b'tochechem, Vayasu chol b'nei Yisrael, ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe, v'et Aharon kein asu, vayehi be'etzem hayom hazeh, hotzi Adonai, et b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim, al tzivotam.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam, Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. It's Shabbat morning in Pesach. We offer words of healing for our synagogue community, those who are under the weather. We invite those who are with us this morning who like to share the names of a friend, a neighbor, a loved one in need of healing prayers if we want to rise at this particular time. V'shabeach avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. Hu yivrei pei kol ha'kolim shekila kadosha, Melrose ben Israel, Emanu-El Bifrat, Avishad ben Mazal, Ruben Pesha, Yefana ben Henya, Baruch ben Chai, Leah, Rafael Chaim ben Mazal, Scott Marshall, Mordechai ben Yeda, David Preston, Baruch Levi ben Simcha Yehuda, Reuben Eliel ben Binyamin Beriva, Reuben ben Edith, Binyamin ben Shmuel, Valea ben Burrows, Ernie Gross, Ron Goldman, Ryan Walsh, Baruch ben Shimon ben Binyamin, Tevia ben Sarah, Don Wittenberg, Rabbi Charlie Krause, Chaim ben Rose, Morris Williams, Shana Bapesha, Leslie Daniel, Samantha Feldman, Spitzer Gittel Bat Devora, Yidel Bat Chana, Michelle Slotnick, Chaya Sora Bat Fegel Tzipor, Shoshana Bat Liba, Harab Miriam Yael Bat Sarah Pesha, Miriam Sneisser, Sarah Bat Rivka Avraham, Devora Chassia Bat Chaya, Devora Bat Avraham, Charlotte Windermere, Marilyn Bergman, Rachel Sharabani, Manya Bat Rezo, Yehudit Shendel Bat Aziso, Morgan Fussfield. Cantor.
Leora Bela Bat Leah Shifra, Manya Bat Rezel, Nasrin Shahi.
And Joe, please. And Phil. I'm sorry. Okay, and Phil. And Martin. Okay, and if you want to join, who do you have?
I have Sarah Roseski.
What?
Sarah Roseski.
Okay, and Susan. And Bon. Go ahead. Bonnie, please. Okay, is there anyone else this morning? Warren, do you have someone? No. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, good. You sure? Okay. Okay. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yimalei rachmim aleim v'chabn rapotam v'shlach lehem behirav for shlema min hashamayim for shanaguf b'tok shahar cholim v'chazei idei ha'oskim b'tzarcheim Shabbat Yom Tofu Umizo Urafakavo Hashklazman Kariv Vinomar Amen. We rise, well, the cantor is going to lead us first in our special prayer of healing.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Avraham
Yitzchak
Yitzchak
v'Yaakov, Hara, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah,
Uyevarech v'yirapeh
et
et
hacholim.
hacholim.
We rise, please, for the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadav Yitkadash Shemei Rabba
Amen.
Pirutei v'yamlit malchutei
V'chayeanu
Yom Echad Uvchayedecha Beit Yisrael Ba'agala
Ba'agala
Uvizman Karim
V'meru Amen. Yehi Shmeira v'mivarach V'olam liyomei omaya Yitbarach
Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitbar
Ramon
V'yitromam
v'hinaseh
V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha
Bereo
Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata
Toshpechata v'nechemata Dam im bi'alma v'meru Amen.
Ya'amod ha'magbiah Ta'amod ha'golelet L'sefer harishon
Remain standing. The Torah scrolls about to be lifted. Vezot HaTorah. You have it? You sure? She lifnei b'nei Yisrael
Avi Adonai
be'ad Moshe. Rato, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe to. Just show her the place. Ora, Tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 Torah. Where is it? Steve, where is it? Here, Aiden.
Torah, Tziva lanu Moshe.
If you'll please be seated. Before we call up our mafter, chanting the Haftorah, our good friend Yossi Baum. Again, the reading is found, please, in the second scroll describing the sacrifice brought to the temple on Pesach. It's on page 3 in the last paragraph. Very, very pleasant surprise for our family. This is our granddaughter, one of our grandchildren, and this is Aiden Marshall. Aiden goes to a day school in Cherry Hill at the Kelman Day School, and she's 12 years of age. Has not yet had her bat mitzvah, but she's 12 years and certainly one day. And this is the first time she's going to read Torah. I did not expect this. They had Seder at our house, and she's reading it tomorrow in Cherry Hill, which is the same reading. And she said, would you like me to read, right? Yeah. Okay, huh? So this is a Shechianu moment for all of us. We ask for your patience and your understanding as she's going to read it for us in a couple of seconds, supported by her younger sister behind her. So everybody should have a younger sibling in order to offer support. And that's Carney. So if you want to call Joe.
You always want to have someone covering your back.
I've never heard it described that way, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Ya'amod Yosef Chaim ben Nachum Isaac V'Yehudit La'aliyah HaMatir
Baruch Le'olam Voed.
Baruch Adonai Borach Olam Vaed, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher
Steve,
bachar banu
just put the
mikol
microphone on
ha'amim
top of the
v'natan
Torah.
lanu et torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten
Over here.
haTorah.
Amen.
בחודש הראשון, ב-14 יום, לחודש פסח אדוני, 15 יום, לחודש הזה חג 7 ימים עצו יאכל, ביום הראשון יקרא קודש, המלאכה עבודה לא תעשו, יקרבתם אישה עולה לאדוני, פרים בני בקר, 2 ואיל 1, 7 כבשים בני שנה תמימים יהיו לכם, ומנחתם סולת לולב לשמן, 3 עשרונים לפר, ו2 עשרונים לאיל תעשו, יסרון תעשה לכבש האחד, 7 הכבשים ושעיר חטאת אחד לכפר עליכם, מלבד עולה הבוקר אשר לילה התמיד תעשו את אלה, כאלה תעשו ליום 7 ימים לכם, ישרך ניחוח אדוני, עלילה התמיד יעשה ונשקע. יום השביעי מקרא קודש יהיה לכם כמלאכה.
Ola lo ta'asu. That was really good, huh?
Baruch
Right?
Atah Adonai Eloheinu
What?
melech haolam,
Maybe a 9.
asher
What do you mean?
natan lanu Torah
9 out of 10.
emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten
Again, we want to congratulate Aiden for the first time of reading Torah. And what's really special for us, hey, where are you? Here. What's really special for us for the rest of your life, people say, where was the first time you read Torah? It wasn't in Cherry Hill. It wasn't Los Angeles. It wasn't any other synagogue in Philadelphia. But it's here at Melrose Ben Israel, Emanu-El. We are a very competitive family. And when she finished, she said it was 9 out of what? 10. But as far as we're concerned, it was an 11. So really, if you allow us as a family, we want to offer a special prayer. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyamanu v'yiyanu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
And I'm very pleased that Aiden has agreed to read Torah for the synagogue every Saturday morning right here, correct?
I'm good.
Huh? This is what it is, huh? All right, guys? Okay. We rise, please, as the second Torah scroll is about to be lifted. Yamdu.
Ya'amod ha'magbiah, ta'amod ha'golelet l'sefer ha'sheni.
Okay, it's a very heavy Torah. Steve, we have to kind of help him. No, what is it? V'zo ha'Torah asher sam Moshe lifnei
Bnei Yisrael, al pi Adonai.
be'on Moshe
Ki mitzion
say Torah
Ki mitzion
Tate
Torah.
Torah
Ki
Tzion
Ki
Tzion
Ki mitzion
Tate Torah
Mitzion
Tate
Tzion. Ki mitzion Tate Torah.
Torah
Udvar
Adonai
Mirushalayim.
Elohim
Udvar Hashem
Shem
Mirushalayim.
Elohim
Udvar
Alem
Mirushalayim.
Yerushalayim
Udvar Hashem
Hashem Mitzion Tetzei Torah. Mitzion Tetzei Torah.
Ki
Mitzion.
Ki mitzion. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah.
If you'll please be seated. The Haftarah that Yossi Baum will chant for us this morning is found again in these little books. It's on page 5. The reason it's read, it comes in the book of Joshua, and it's an interesting kind of story because it begins with the ritual of a bris, of a circumcision. As you're probably aware, when the Israelites were in Egypt, the Egyptians did not permit the Israelite males to be circumcised. So one of the first acts of freedom when they get into the promised land is a collective bris. Now, what's this have to do with Pesach? You see, in today's world, there are a significant amount of people who do not have a bris for their Jewish sons. And there's a couple reasons why they don't do it. One reason is why? Because it's finances. If it's done in the hospital, it's what? It's a covered procedure, okay? But it's not 8 days. The second reason is that sometimes there's an anxiety, especially for parents who have their first child, that they think it's barbaric and all kinds of things. But what it is, it's an important statement. It's a contract. Now, what's this have to do with Passover? You see, if a young man doesn't have a bris, he's still what? He's Jewish. If the mother is Jewish, then the boy is what? The boy's Jewish. However, if the temple is ever reestablished, okay, it's theologically, just walk along with me just briefly. If the temple is reestablished, and if some want to see karbanot, sacrifices reintroduced in the temple, the sacrificial lamb, if a young man is not have a bris, they're not permitted to what? They can't participate in that particular act. So it has some kind of ritual and ceremony kind of consequences, and this is what we read this morning. This is what we read this morning. And so before Yossi, if you want to come up, chant the Haftorah. Unfortunately, our virtual congregation is non-existent. We've had some difficulties today, I believe. And however, please extend to Cheryl. Yossi's lovely bride is celebrating her birthday. Is it today? It's Wednesday. And Cheryl, please know we extend really a warm mazel tov on a very, very special, special birthday. I mean, to be a Passover birthday means that you wind up getting a sponge cake. This is really what it is. And so Yossi's got, okay, here, what it is over here, we start from here, okay? And then, yeah, and it ends over here, okay? It's a far to cut it. If you please follow the Haftarah as Yossi chants it for us, okay?
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנביאים טובים ורצה בדבריהם הנאמרים באמת. ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בתורה ומשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ונביאי האמת והצדק. בעת ההיא אמר אדוני אל יהושע עשה לך חרבות צורים ושוב מול בני ישראל שנית ויעש לו יהושע חרבות